I have no expertise in policing or in crime or public, I have no expertise, but here's what I have to say. The police there have a very nuanced understanding of the issues in that community. They really get it. Doesn't mean they have all the answers, but they really understand it. And I'll tell you what I was extraordinarily impressed with. They knew the names of the people. They didn't say, yeah, I saw that person before. They knew their name. And here was the other, for me, whose area it was extraordinarily impressive, is they were good, they did an effective job of kind of dispersing congregation, of, kind of congregating of people, without it being a kind of intimidating or fear-based thing. And I'll tell you how it happened. We walked around the block, and Frank said, just go ahead, so nobody, you go first, and then I'll come around just to see what happens, and that's what happened. So we went around, here's a bunch of people hanging around. Frank knew all their names, talked to them. You don't want to be standing out in this rain, go home or find a place to live, so talk it. And the second, and nobody was frightened, or nobody kind of hide away because the cops were coming around. But at the next loop around the same block, there was nobody there. And that to me is kind of effective. I don't know anything about it. That seemed to be a very nuanced, effective kind of policing, is that, the issue is not so much crime, but a bunch of people hanging around, scaring other people. And I'll tell you, just being on the street is extraordinary. So I'm very impressed with you guys on that regard. Certainly there are problems in Pioneer Square that are criminal in nature, but most of them are quality of life. Now, that might have some criminal element, and I don't mean there's no crime there, but most of it is just how other people are feeling there. That is the issue. And the other observation in that regard is that there's a role for the police in kind of addressing that problem, but if we say that is a police issue, we're missing the point. It has lots more components than what that police guy can do. And I think that has to be part of it. Some of the challenges. It's going to be difficult to change Seattle-wide perception of what Pioneer Square is when internally the stakeholders in Pioneer Square are excessively negative about their own deal. It is a reality that until people have some place to go, people don't have a home. Until they have a place to go in the day, they're going to be in the street. It just is as it is. This issue, and this is sensitive across political boundaries, so I'm going to get myself in trouble, but that's why I'm leaving town. This over-concerning issue about, well, it's their right, whoever they are, it's their right to do X. If that is the overpowering thing, and we don't move to the legitimate issues of addressing public incivility, we haven't solved any problem at all. Somebody's got to give on only the right side of the equation and move some to the responsibility part of the equation. And then this issue that we talked about a bit Monday morning, but it just reinforced it. One of the real challenges in a place like Pioneer Square is to kind of maintain this balance between a place whose real strength is its kind of edginess. It's a strength of it. And it's very easy to dilute that so it's too homogeneous and boring and fixed up for the grandma in Dubuque. And, in fact, resolving some very legitimate quality of life issues. There's just a balance, and I don't have the solution. I'm telling you, it's a challenge.